guys, welcome to the Cliche, where we'll be breaking boundaries of the stereotypical. Let me run that back. Where we'll be breaking boundaries of their stereotypical. I'm your host, Kyler.
I'm Gia.
And let's get right into it. So today we have three things we're going over today. We got ghosted, we have flued out, and Finsta. If you don't know what any of these things are, just wait a second and we're going to tune you in exactly on each and every one and break it down. So, Gia, the first one I want to go over, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but something called ghosted.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, okay? Ghosting is like numerous things. So, men ghost for different reasons. Okay, so maybe you guys were talking, he got the pussy, and he was out. That's one, okay? Another reason he ghosts is maybe it's his birthday, your birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, and it's too new, so he goes ghost because he doesn't want expectations, okay? And then there's three. It could be another involved. And if there's another female involved, it might be her birthday, she might be having a baby, she might be sick, you don't really know. So he may ghost you for a little bit, but ladies, it is okay. I have been ghosted several times, and when I tell you they always come back, they always come back. So don't fret.
They always come back.
They always come back, but don't fret. Don't let it hurt you, because it used to hurt me, you know?
Sadly, on the opposite side, on the other end of the spectrum, I have to confess, I'm usually the person who's ghosting people.
No, she's the ghost. She's the ghost. I'm the ghostie.
I'm the ghost. I'm the ghost. And people ask, like, my sisters and different people have asked me, like, why do you do that? And to be honest, it's just because usually, maybe it's like the male aspect of my personality, but usually there's nothing else to be said. Like, either you turned me off, you blew the hell out of me, or I've moved on. And yeah, maybe a lot of people like to talk it out and they need closure. And, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I'm just not that interested. No, forget all of it.
Sometimes it's too new to go. Like, sometimes it's too new to have an explanation. It just didn't work out. Now, if you're like years in, he's not ghosting you, babe. He's just blocking you, which is cool. Like, he don't really love you if he hasn't blocked you a few times. So don't worry about that. You'll get unblocked. You know what I mean? That's nothing to worry about. But you have to determine whether or not it's too soon for him to really care enough to ghost you. Because sometimes if it's too soon and he's not really feeling you, or you give up the goods too quick, he may not be interested anymore. And so then you've really been ghosted. But if y'all are really dealing with each other and he ghosts you for a little bit, he just may need some space, or something could have came up or whatever. But you have to determine the amount of length and how extended that time was in order to determine what kind of ghosting he's getting. Yeah. Okay.
You have to break this down for me. So you're trying to tell me that
there's levels to ghosting.
Yes, I agree with that. But you're trying to tell me that he only loves you if he ghosts you. So it has to happen.
No. He only loves you if he blocks you. Ghosting is only when it's new and fresh, because you can't determine if he's just not fucking with you no more. Like, you have to determine if he's really ghosting or if he's just not fucking with you. Now, ghosting means that he could have something going on and he just like, man, I can't really talk to shorty right now. She, you know what I mean? She's not really my so I don't really have to give her an explanation. Now,
I'm going to give you a scenario and you tell me if it's ghosted or not. Does it qualify? So let's just say I'm dating this imaginary man. It's for a few months, blah, 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 blah. Everything's great. I'm in harmony. I've planned out our wedding.
Is longer. You're not ghosting. I'm talking about a month, a week to a month to maybe 2 at the most.
Hear me out. So we've been dating, I'll say 3 months. And then out of nowhere, boom, I don't hear anything. Anything from this person. They moved on. They're not speaking to me. They're not answering. And I mean, I'm not a desperate so I'm not going to really blow up your phone, but I do reach out a few times. So does that qualify as ghosting, or like what's the next level after ghosted? There's what?
I think you were ghosted. Yeah. You have to determine if you were ghosted for good or you were just, I'm talking a little shorty for a little. I'm gonna be back on a little shorty. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times females are ghosted, like done. I'll never speak to you again. Like I'm over you. Bam. You have to determine. Now this is a way of determining whether he really is with you and he just has something going on. If he blocks you on more than one outlet. Okay, so normally everybody has more than one outlet. Instagram. Some people are on Facebook, maybe for the older generation who may be watching. Then you have Snapchat, and then you have the phone. Now, some people have 2 phones, okay? And I always like to get my man's email. I like to have all types of aspects of ways to get in touch with him. So listen, you have to determine. So if he blocks you on the phone, but he doesn't block you on Snap or Instagram, he's not ghosting you. He's trying to keep one way of one method of communication just in case. So what I like to do is I like to post very sexy snaps, very pretty things to keep him like, don't with me, okay? Don't play with me, okay? And then, but if he blocks you on the phone, it doesn't matter. Now, if he blocks you on social media, I think that he's in love with you. That's how I feel. But because what you do annoys him. Okay, so if he's blocked you on everything, he's done. Now you just have to determine, like you have to kind of use your context clues to determine what type of ghosting you're getting, whether if he really cares about you or not, or if he really likes you or not. Sometimes you were just a hit it and quit it. And I feel like women know when that is. You know what I mean? Or sometimes he just got some other going on.
Okay, so let's recap this really quick. So in your opinion, you're saying that if he blocks me on the phone but not social media, I'm still good. If he blocks me on everything, I'm like it's done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if he keeps you open on the phone but blocks on social media, he's in love.
So, wait, say that again. I'm lost.
Now, if he keeps you open on the phone but blocks you on social media, he's in love.
Because he doesn't want to see that cute on the internet.
Because what you do annoys him and affects him. You want your man to be annoyed by you in a little regard, not a lot. He needs. If you're not your woman should be the most annoying woman to you. Okay, that's when it's a real relationship.
Like how your mother is. You know, how your mom is annoying to you. Everyone has that annoying.
Like when my mom calls, I'd be like, what can you possibly need? But I love her so much. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, what? Like, you have to be so, like, if you're not the most annoying woman to a man, are you really his woman? You know what I mean?
Oh my God, you're demented.
My ex-boyfriend used to block me every minute. Like, I was blocked for years. Okay, let me break this down real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, ghosting and blocking is 2 different things. Okay, they do not go hand in hand. You know when your blocks you, he's going to come back. It's just what they do. I'm blocking you, you. Okay, cool. I'll talk to you tomorrow. What are you saying? You ain't going no place. Ghosting, on the other hand, is I'm a ghost. Goodbye. You don't matter. Hello? What is the issue?
And, okay, let me also add. If you exchange numbers with someone and you hit them up the next day or whatever and they don't respond, that doesn't even qualify as being ghosted. That just means I was just being polite and I didn't want to, keep it going. So my next thing I want to ask you is about being flued out. So I don't know if you guys know. I mean, clearly you must live underneath a rock at this point if you don't know about flued out. The City Girls, that's where the term was phrased, and she had to say this here.
Hey y'all, what's up? So the City Girls Part 25K Challenge is real. I will be picking the top 20 winners. The top 20 winners will get flued out. All expenses
so basically, my thing is now everyone says like flued out. And it's kind of funny because actually more people than you think don't know about what the term flued out is. But I think it's hilarious, and that's pretty much my mood for summertime. Like, I'm trying to get flued out.
I'm trying to get flued out. I've never been flued out.
Really?
No, I mean like my parents flew me out, or
that doesn't count.
Brother or something.
That doesn't count.
I haven't been flued out by
a
that's the goal this summer. I wanted to be flued out. So here's the thing, like, this is what I like. I want you to be like, I miss you. I want to see you. Come see me. Here's your flight. We have nothing else to talk about. You know what I mean? I think your man should offer to flew you out. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me that energy. Like, I want to see you get here right now. You know what I mean? That's what I like to see.
I mean, sometimes it's not even... Okay, so let's break down the flued out thing. First of all, it's not always completely like a thought trip.
No, your man, though. This your man.
No, but people get flued out by strangers. I mean, clearly that's not highly suggested. I'm not endorsing that, but people do it.
Well, I mean, that's your man, kind of.
No. Girls are getting flued out via Instagram, via premium Snapchats and all types of stuff these days. So,
well, I don't recommend that. But like, if it's my man, like we're just talking and like we've been talking for a little bit, and he's like handling some business in another state. He misses me. He wants to see me. He flews me out. Like, yeah.
Okay, I don't think you're using it right. I think you only say flued out. I don't think you say flews out. I don't think that's a thing. We might have to, you know.
He flewed me out, or a girl, he flews me out.
That doesn't roll at the time. I'm trying to get flued out. It's the only way I know how to use it properly.
What if he flews me out? Like, what if he flews me out more than once? So if he flews me.
He fluted me out. It's like, I'm just kidding.
He flews me out. Like, I don't know. I think it's however you want it. You know what I mean?
Cute when you say it. Sorry, it doesn't.
I want to be flews out more than once.
Okay.
So I want it to be personal.
Another thing that a lot of people think is that when you get flued out, that there has to be an exchange of fluids, bodily fluids. But I don't think that's the case. Usually, like you said, if you are meeting someone and you guys are like getting to know each other or whatever, there are highly possible that you can get flued out and not exchange bodily fluids. Yeah. Not everybody is a creep. But also, telltale signs. If you're just now kind of like getting to know the person and he's already asking for nudes and like already being explicit through text message, you already know.
I don't agree.
Yes, you already know what type of time it is. If someone's asking to see you naked and it's telling you like, oh, what we gonna do when we get here, like, I don't know, like, not what you thinking. Sadly, block, delete, ghosted.
If your man asks you for nudes, like nudes to a man is like flowers and chocolates to us. It makes them feel appreciated and thought of. And I feel like frequent nudes are essential. And I don't really agree on any time limit for a nude.
Oh my God. Sorry guys, welcome to the thought section. This is not what we should be telling our viewers.
So, like, you need to send your man nudes. What's the problem?
I don't send nudes. I don't.
I think it's important to send nudes. They make men so happy. It's
like when I'm married.
You know?
Maybe when I'm married, I'm like, yeah, dude.
Don't be a boring... Ladies, don't be a boring bitch. Send him a nude.
I mean, I think you can be spicy without sending nudes. You don't have to send nudes to get flued out.
You don't... Well, this has nothing to do with being flued out. But nude... I gotta go back to this. Ladies, nudes are important. Send them frequently, okay?
All right. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're definitely like a nude specialist. I probably receive majority of Gia's nudes all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I send them to my friends first. But yeah, no, it's important. Like, it makes men feel so happy.
In what way happy?
Like, it's probably nothing better than when a is just out with his nigga and he just get a nude from his bitch looking good.
Oh my God.
Probably make him feel like, damn, I'm that. You know what I mean? Make your man feel like he that. Okay? And me, I personally don't mind if my man shows my nudes to his friends. Like, I want them to know, oh yeah, I got a bad like, this is what she looks like. Oh, it's not yours. You know what I mean?
Now you're smoking something heavy because no. I would be livid if I found out anyone else laid eyes on what I think is a masterpiece. Hell no. See, right there, ghosted, gone, done, lights out. No, that's a dead no for me. I would be so pissed. Like, I'm trying to work on this kind Kyler thing, and that right there would set me off. That would set me off. Okay, so I don't think that it requires to send nudes. Ladies, I do not endorse nudes. Gia stands behind nudes. I don't know about that. That's a you thing. I don't know. I'm not a nude enthusiast. Now, being nude in front of my man, that's different. That's
hey, duh. Like, what?
But as far as like nude and photos, I don't know if I like anybody that much. Our next one that we want to talk about with you guys is Finsta, right? So basically, I've heard this like slang terminology of what a Finsta is. Basically, F is for fake, and Insta clearly is shortened for Instagram. Put it together, you have a Finsta. So, but a lot of people have been having Finstas, but didn't know that they had a Finsta. They have fake Instagram pages, but didn't know. Pretty much people use them to, I guess, let their freak flag fly. Some people use it just for only their family members, or they're stalking ex-friends or ex-lovers or your ex-boyfriend's new girl. I'm a bold personality, so if I'm watching or I'm watching you, I'm gonna let you see that I'm watching. I don't really watch from fake pages. I'm like, yeah, it's me. Hi. Hello. It's me again. Checking up again. Hi. Hey, it's me.
Now, me, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but most times I've been blocked by my man, so I have to go through alternative measures. So that's why I use Finsta.
So this flows into your being in love and being blocked at the same time.
Girl, yes, it's complicated, but, I never said that my relationship would be perfect, but that's what the going on, so I have to figure it out, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Another thing, ladies, now this is difficult. But you have to find an alias page to use. Maybe like a cousin who's wild as shit, who doesn't care, like who's not really into Instagram. Now
like
I tend to like to use hood pages because they don't care who has access. You know what I mean? All they want to do is post their little smoking pics and go live every 5 minutes. They don't really care. So get access to his page. That way, it's a real page. So if he ever comes to his page, now those pages I will use with my current, my old situation, he would never find out because it's a real page. That's the trick.
Okay, so on the flip side, so we have actual fake page. Then you're saying to gather a real page who's a real person and use their account.
Yeah, but sometimes you may not have that access. So in the time being, make yourself a fake one. Another thing, when you're making your fake Finsta, make a real fake email that does not go back to your real email. I have made that mistake so many times. Because if you go to that page, you see my email. Okay? So, girl, I just had to troubleshoot. But I figured it out. And I figured out, how to really work the Finsta life. Yeah.
Okay, so a fake page that's completely not you, a real page that's someone but not you.
Like your cousin or, you know what I mean? Something like that.
And then also an alias email, so then that way it's not traced back to either or.
Bingo. And last jewel I'm going to give to y'all, and this, if I knew, like, you know how people always be like, if I knew what I knew then, girl, if I knew what I knew now, I would have been doing this. But, you live and you learn. You make mistakes. You know what I mean? So, here's the thing. The key now, I done changed the game with this, okay? Y'all listening?
I'm listening. I'm very curious.
So, now you can watch a page and then block the page and they can't see that you watched it. So, you can really essentially watch it from your real page, ladies. So, you don't even need a fence at this point. So, the key to, yes, I changed the game. Troubleshooting. That's called troubleshooting, ladies. I came to a point where I could not make another Finsta, and I need to see if this female was my nigga. So I just went for it. This was out of desperation. I then realized that I could block her, and she would never see the trace.
Wow. Wait a second. So you're following the thing. You watch it, then you block them, so that way it deletes out of the people who watched it?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm in a great place right now. Like, I don't have to deal with that shit no more, but I'm saying, like, I've been there.
Clearly I've had some heartbreak, so I get it. But for me, when I'm upset, I don't want to see you being happy. I want you to move and fall off a cliff and, like, never exist in my life.
I get obsessed, though. Like, I get obsessed.
Yeah, that's not. I'm completely opposite. Like, I just completely have to act like you never existed.
Don't listen to me, y'all. Don't fuck with it. Move on, okay?
Healthy. I try to tell her this all the time, but clearly, G is gonna do what G wants to do.
I have an obsessive personality.
So. Yes, I would say so. I think they get that hint. I think that's it for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the cliche with us today. Gia, I might say a few extra prayers for you after hearing these topics with you today. But stay tuned. We have more stuff coming up for you guys. And give us some feedback, the things you like, even the things that you don't like. We love the love and we love the hate. So anything you got for us,